is Step 1 with Freddie Wilson. Welcome to another episode of Step 1. I am Freddie Wilson. As a reminder, you can find every episode of Step 1 on Spotify and YouTube. And if you want to see more Step 1, give me a follow on Instagram at Step 1 with Freddie Wilson and Twitter at Step 1 Podcast. We got a great show for you today. My good friend Ben Brandeis is joining the show, talk all things college football. Also, we have a chaotic weekend of college football and the NFL to recap and some exciting games to preview. All right, let's ride. It was an awesome weekend of college football, and huge shout out to YouTube TV and Disney striking a deal. Watch all the games. They got their shit together. God bless. As for the games, it all started on Friday night with Oregon getting a nice win against Minnesota. The Ducks offense looked awesome. Minnesota had no answers. Great win for the Ducks. I hope this can continue rolling into USC and Washington. We'll get to the USC game later. Moving to Saturday, Notre Dame crushed any hopes of Pitt getting into the ACC championship with a dominating win. Notre Dame's going to make the playoff. There's no way they don't at this point. And while I think they're a very good team, they're not nearly as good as last year. We had a comeback for the ages, which, full disclosure, I miss because I went to the Boston College game. But Texas A&M, after an awful first half, stormed back to beat South Carolina. Marcel Reed went from ruining his Heisman chances to completely change the narrative in the second half. Now he's a Heisman hopeful. What a way for Texas A&M to stay undefeated. Also, Michigan kept its slim Big Ten championship hopes alive with a win against Northwestern. If Michigan can keep things interesting in the Big Ten, I don't know if they're going anywhere, but if the right teams lose and they beat Ohio State, anything can happen. Moving the afternoon, I was at the Boston College Georgia Tech game, and I would like to do a quick rant about Georgia Tech. I think where they are ranked in college football playoff rankings is ridiculous. They are one of, if not the best ACC team. If anything, they have the best offense in the ACC. Yet, despite only having one loss, I know it was a bad loss, they are not considered a playoff team. I understand their schedule has been easy, and it was a bad loss. I know I said that already. But Miami has 2 losses, and I don't think Miami can make the ACC championship without a lot of help. And yet the committee somehow thinks they're still a better team than Georgia Tech. Let's just say, agree to disagree with the committee. As for the game itself, Boston College may be bad, but they put up a good fight. They were up by 11. They put up a good fight. They gave Georgia Tech a scare. We were close to a field rush. We didn't get it, but we were close. Also in the afternoon, Oklahoma went down to Tuscaloosa and beat Tide for a second year in a row. Alabama was dominant in this game, but a costly pick six killed their chances of winning this game. Now, I do think Alabama's still a good team, but this was an unfortunate loss. USC got a big win against Iowa. USC is playing some solid football, and they're learning how to play Big Ten ball. And this sets up a big game against Oregon, which we will get into later. Moving to Saturday night, Ole Miss survived a scare against Florida as Florida fans made their case for Lane Kiffin to become their coach. I'm going to say it. I don't think Lane Kiffin will be the Florida head coach. I think he's in a good situation at Ole Miss, and I think while Florida can pay him more and give him more resources, I genuinely think Lane Kiffin loves Ole Miss, and I don't think he wants to leave. And finally, Georgia got a monster win against Texas, all but killing any hopes of Texas making the playoff. Georgia's a really good team, and I think they're playing their best football right now. Moving to the NFL, great weekend of football. It all started Thursday with the Patriots dominating the Jets. The Patriots are back. Drake May is awesome. So is Trayvon Henderson. They are a lot of fun to watch. As for the Jets, I know they had 2 wins in a row, but they're still a dumpster fire. Moving into Sunday morning, good people of Spain were treated to two very bad teams, duking it out. The Dolphins did prevail. I know we said the Dolphins are a joke on the podcast, but maybe for changing the narrative, or really is Mike McDaniel just trying to save face and keep his job for another year? Moving to early afternoon, the Packers got a much-needed bounce-back win against the Giants. The Packers, I will admit, I'm a fan. They don't look great right now, but given the circumstances with the injuries, I think they're playing okay right now. And the defense did its job. and they were able to stop Jameis Winston. And it was good to see Jameis Winston back on the field. It was cool to see that 10-yard QB sneak, but the Packers had him covered. The Bears keep finding ways to win games, and I don't know how they keep doing it. This business model is not sustainable. Soon the Bears are going to crack, and once they play good teams, I think they're going to lose some games. The Bills get a dominant win against the Buccaneers as Josh Allen has 6 total touchdowns. Moving to the late afternoon, Brock Purdy is back as the Niners get a big win. The Rams keep winning as they knock off the Seahawks. Shedeur Sanders made his NFL debut after Dylan Gabriel got injured. And let's just say there's going to be some growing pains. And the Broncos beat the Chiefs. And if Bo Nix the second coming of Tim Tebow? Think about it. Both play average football until the fourth quarter. And in the fourth quarter, they play awesome. It's not a bad comparison. Tebow was a great player, just in the wrong era. I think Bo Nix is a great player in the right era. On Sunday night, the Eagles got a win against the Lions. The Lions couldn't do anything on offense, but to be fair, neither could the Eagles. The Eagles just made a couple more plays. The Eagles are playing very boring football right now with sluggish offense, but great defense. And on Monday night, the Cowboys got a dominant win against the Raiders. The Raiders are in bad shape, and it seems like the magic Pete Carroll had with Geno Smith in Seattle is not transferring to Vegas. And now let's get to my interview with Ben Brandeis. Go. All right, Tim, welcome on. Very special guest, reoccurring guest, here to talk about the madness that is college football. Ben Brandeis, welcome to Step One. How are you doing?
I'm good, Fred. I'm good. It's been quite a season. Thanks for having me as always. Let's get into it.
All right, well, let's start the playoff rankings. I know, like, with the playoff rankings right now don't mean much, but it does give us a glimpse of what the committee's thinking. And I'm going to say right here, and I went on this rant on the beginning, I think they are really doing Georgia Tech dirty.
Really, Georgia Tech is is the team that you're riding for right now.
They
And I
have
mean,
one loss.
I know. I watched that game.
They have
I
one. I know they don't have any signature wins. I know they've played some teams a little closer in the show. I was at the Boston College game.
oh, you went to that?
I went to that. It was freezing.
How much for tickets? Like $3?
I paid about $5.
Yeah, there you go.
And you know what? They played Georgia Tech well. Give them credit. They were up by 11 at one point.
I will not give BC credit for anything, and you know that.
I know, but I think Georgia Tech is a good team. I think their defense is a little iffy, but their offense is really good.
I mean, I'm a Haynes King guy. They have a pretty simple assignment, man. You go out, you beat Georgia, you're in. I think that's what they're hedging for.
If they win this week, they're in the ACC championship. I think that's the easiest path for any ACC team to make it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have them winning the ACC, but we can get into all that down the line. Yeah, so really, your number one gripe isn't Miami, huh? Isn't Notre Dame?
I mean, I've accepted the fact that the playoff was made for Notre Dame, and the committee loves Notre Dame, and I've just accepted that reality that, like, no matter what happens, Notre Dame will be in the playoff.
Catholics, man, Catholics bring eyes.
So I've just accepted that reality that, like, the committee isn't going to care that Miami beat them.
Is the pathway of the ACC not even being in the playoff? Is that still alive? You know what I'm talking about?
I think there's going to be an ACC team in the playoff, and I think it's going to be ACC champion.
Yeah, it's just such a mid-conference. I mean, there basically has to be. I don't even know if the path is still alive. They needed like 100 breaks last week. What else got you fired up at the playoff? What other takes do you have at your disposal right now?
I mean, I like where Oregon's at. I don't like this notion that, like, if Oregon loses to USC, they're, like, out of the playoff. I disagree with that. I think a 2-loss Oregon team is still a team to reckon with. Again, I don't think they're losing this weekend.
So how many teams do you think get in from the Big Ten right now?
Let's see, how many do we have? I mean, obviously Indiana, Ohio State are locks.
Bingo.
I think I
If
think or
Michigan if
I
Michigan beats Ohio, they're in.
if Michigan, well, they have to be Maryland too. They have to
Yeah,
be
okay, but I guess I'm looking a little bit ahead. But yes, that's true. They do have to beat Maryland.
they have to win their trap game. Hey, Maryland's frisky. Malik Washington is a good quarterback. I know Maryland hasn't been playing well as of late, but
No, no, they have not. Although they did announce they're not making any coaching changes, so maybe they'll rally around their guy.
yeah, they rallied around Mike Locksley. They beat Michigan somehow. And then a Michigan Ohio State game doesn't mean as much as it should.
Okay,
But
that's
so
there's you know what? There's a path, man.
there's the path. I think if USC loses this weekend, they're out. So
You're
I think we're gonna get three Big Ten teams.
That's it,
I
man.
think only I think we're gonna get a lot of SEC teams and Notre Dame, of course. We'll get a Big 12 team in Texas Tech.
Do you think we get two Big 12 teams?
If BYU wins out, but BYU would have to beat Texas Tech in the Big 12 championship. And then maybe we have a two-loss Texas Tech team. I could see that.
I think well BYU obviously if BYU beats Texas Tech in the championship there. But okay, what about a close second game Big 12 championship close loss? Two loss BYU to the same team. You think they get cut out? I don't know, man. I think BYU's pretty good.
BYU's good. They might have a Texas Tech problem.
Don't we
If
all?
I mean Texas Tech has been playing lights out,
Yeah, they're in full
but
Lego right now.
all right. The big question is, would you have Ohio State number one or would you have Indiana number one? Because there is an argument to be made Indiana should be number one.
Ohio. I don't care. They won it last year. They haven't lost since last season, since Michigan. So
All
I
right.
think you run the ball.
This is a question I've been asking a lot of guests. How much Ohio State football have you watched this season? 'Cause let's be honest, they haven't played that many like big games outside of a
I
Texas
probably
game.
well, probably more than you would think, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I watched the last week. I watched Texas. That's a good I don't know. It's a good point. They all kind of blend together though.
Because I can't say I've watched a lot of Ohio State football. I watched a Texas game because that was the biggest game of the week at the time,
Hmm.
and then outside of that, like I can't say I've too. They haven't been on upset alert. They've cruised through their schedule. It's been a pretty easy schedule. They're a good
Well,
team. Don't get me wrong.
that's the argument that an Ohio State fan will say is they haven't been opened up the playbook yet. But they don't. Yeah, they haven't needed to. I mean, this will be an interesting week. No Jeremiah Smith, no Cardell.
They're playing Rutgers. I'm not. I don't think.
I don't know, but it's still interesting. You know what I mean? They're down their top two receivers, the number one receiver in the country. So, like, from a perspective of what are they going to do? You know what I
Their
mean?
worst receiver is better than Rutgers' best receiver.
Yeah, I'm still excited for it. You're not going to deny me of my. I'm not going to let you deny me of my joy here, Fred.
Okay, you're excited for the Ohio State Rutgers, a 5-5 Rutgers team.
I want to see what happens. Yeah, man.
I mean, if they're down players, sure, but as long as Julian Saint's throwing the ball, I really can't take. I don't see Ohio State losing this game.
Well,
Maybe
that's
the
why it's interesting, right? Because if Sane is supposed to be a Heisman favorite and you take away his two best receiver, even if it is a 500 Rutgers team, what is he? What does it look like, right? What does it do? So
maybe it's interesting like the first quarter, but I think by the end of the second half, by the end of like this first half, it's going to be a blowout. May, Maybe Rutgers will come out and play. I mean, they're going to play their best. It's Ohio State, but they didn't play their best against Oregon, and I was there.
is that the game you went to?
That we went to Oregon Rutgers. It was a blowout.
Oh, that's right. You went down to Piscataway.
Yeah, we went to Piscataway and great crowd, great environment, but like they were gone by the end of the first quarter.
Did you get any Jersey Mike's?
We did not go to Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's is delish. Hey, what are you making for Thanksgiving this year?
We're making jambalaya.
Nice.
Yeah, we do Thanksgiving every year for those of you who watch the podcast who don't know.
That's true for
And
our yes.
Packers play on Thanksgiving this year, so we'll be watching football.
We dialed in. Absolutely. I get to see the new house.
Yeah. Yeah,
Exciting stuff. So let's say gun to your head, Fred. Mendoza or Sand?
I would take Mendoza.
Do you think Mendoza will be a good pro?
I think he has potential.
I mean, that's the most nothing burger answer of all
Okay, I think
time.
I think
Like, that's just-
he wasn't that good at. He was all right at Cal, but I think this season he's really proved he can play. He can play as a pro. I think this season is he's really shown like what he can do.
but you want to talk cruise control too, man. I mean, they go up, but they just play with their food. Like they what did they bench Mendoza? Like they didn't move the ball for a quarter and a half. Just had the game by chokehold.
I mean, every time Mendoza's needed to make a play this season, he's made it. Like he throws the pick six at Oregon, ties the game gets tied up. What does he do? He goes march down the field, scores.
Oh, I remember that week. That's when I was at LSU.
Yeah, and I was watching that game as an Oregon fan. It was rough. And then it goes down to Penn State, a bad Penn State team, but still, you're on the road at a hard place to play. What does he do? I mean, it was an incredible catch, but he still gets the job done. So he's made the plays that Julian Saint hasn't done yet, just because Julian Saint hasn't needed to do that yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I will tend to agree with you. I'm just playing a little bit of a devil's advocate right now. I'm just in that regard, it's been such a boring season. Like Mendoza's a stud, or he's played like a stud this year, but the Big Ten is just so boring.
I mean, the ACC is my favorite conference this year, just because there's so much chaos. But I will agree, the Big Ten is top heavy. It's kind of boring. There hasn't been too many big upsets,
Mm-hmm.
but the ACC is fun.
ACC is just madness.
Yeah, we were down to Virginia Tech Louisville game. We took a trip down to Blacksburg. It was
You went
something.
down?
I went down to Blacksburg.
So
Yeah,
hold on, what games have you been to this year?
I've done Oregon Rutgers, Virginia Tech Louisville, and Boston College Georgia Tech.
Give me power rank those. Take your Oregon hat off, not literally, but fan wise, and power rank them for
I
me.
mean, I would say Virginia Tech has a great atmosphere compared to
Yeah, how
Rutgers.
was Anderson then? Like
It was,
as hot.
I don't know, the guy like was like kept on hyping it up next to me. He's like, "This is so cool, man!" Like the guy who goes to every game is like, "It's the coolest thing ever." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know it is. That's part of the reason why I'm here." And he's like talking. He's like, as it's happening, he's like, Metallica was here in May. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to experience this thing.
Shut up, dude.
I'm like, I'm trying to enjoy this like incredibly unique entrance that Virginia Tech has to offer. And you're
So
telling me that
Tech won.
Tech did not win.
No. I'm saying Tech won.
Oh yeah, Tech won.
BC two because that
I
was
would
at
put
least.
I put Rutgers at two. I think Rutgers has a better game day experience than BC.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Most schools do. BC's game day experience is not that great.
it's a glorified high school.
I mean, even when they're good, which when are they ever good? It's not that great of an atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I went to the Michigan State game last year. They was, I mean, the crowd was definitely into it. They stormed the field was embarrassing. I think I had a big rant on that
Yeah, I
on
remember
that.
texting you after that. You're
I
like, they should storm the field.
BC was a favorite. They were like a 5 point favorite, and they
No,
won and stormed the field.
I
That's
was
embarrassing.
I was hoping for a field storm last Saturday against Georgia Tech. We could have
Dude,
had
they
one.
would have definitely stormed. Would have been technically deserved, but I feel like storming the field back to back years says a lot about where your program's at, and not in a good way.
I mean, we're a
Uh,
pro field storm podcast.
I'm not anti field storm. I think it has to be the right. I mean, to circle back on that rant, BC storming the field against Michigan State is embarrassing. Capital E, bold, italics,
All right,
underline.
you really have strong opinions about BC storm.
Embarrassing.
If
Totally.
Michigan beats Ohio State, is that a field storm worthy game? I think yes. Even though they
I,
beat them every year now,
I say no. I say no.
I
You're a playoff. You're a playoff team. You know what I
I
mean?
I think they're gonna do it.
Maybe because of the maybe if you factor in hate, that's a really good question. Texas beats A&M in 2 weeks. They storm the
Oh,
field.
oh, I think they stormed the field. It'll be
Yeah, but
it'll
and
be A&M's it'll be A&M's first loss of a season.
a field storm says a lot about where you are as a program and where you consider yourself as a program. You know what I mean?
I
You know,
guess so.
because if you're a championship program, you're not storming the field because you tell yourself we're supposed to win this game, right? A field storm is supposed to be like, this is so insane. I can't believe this is happening. Like, we got to go down and celebrate.
I've been part of an unwarranted field storm before.
Tell me the story.
Oregon Washington State 2019.
You guys stormed to Washington State.
It was a walk-off field goal,
Oh, I
and we
mean,
hadn't beaten Washington State in a while.
that's not that, but that says a lot about Oregon. By the way, how sick are those Grateful Duck unis? By the
They
way,
were pretty cool. We were big fans of that.
did you get anything?
I did not get anything, unfortunately.
Maybe Hanukkah.
Maybe.
I'll make a call to Elizabeth.
All right. But yeah,
The
no,
very,
the Grateful Duck uniforms were great. I wish we had played better in them, but we
I
still won
know.
the game.
And
Wisconsin,
you must love Dante, right? You're all
I,
in on Dante
I'm
Moore.
all in on Dante Moore. I think he's a great quarterback. I hope he stays in every year.
Yeah, I think he's said because I was listening to McShay. McShay's like adamant that he's staying, and it's like it's him, the agent, the parents. Unless I mean, who knows? I mean,
He's a
well, let's
projected
actually
like
get to the
best
elephant.
quarterback of a draft. Like he
Let's get
could.
to the elephant in the room.
What is that?
Scale of 1 to 10. What are the odds landing leaves?
He's not leaving.
Scale of 1 to 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 10. He's not leaving
Why?
because he's been pretty adamant that he's not leaving. He has a great contract. He has all the resources he needs to win. Why would he leave? Oregon has resources that other schools just don't have.
But it just means more.
I guess, and yeah, but like going to Florida, like what does
No,
Florida
I
have
know.
that Oregon doesn't
I
have?
know. I'm just trolling you. I
Like
know.
maybe in a weird world he goes to LSU, but then again, why would you want to go to LSU?
I mean, it's LSU is such a thankless job unless you're like an Ogeron that you're like
And they fired him anyways.
I know, but my point, like I'm saying, like they set him up to fail and he just caught lightning in a bottle, right? And then, but I mean, Kelly's record was objectively bananas. It was like 36-12, even though Brian Kelly's a scumbag, um, allegedly. But I was
The
at his
one
last.
time I met him, he seemed like a nice guy.
Okay, there you
By
go.
that I mean I said go Tigers, and he said go Tigers back, and that was the extent of our conversation.
Was that the Heisman?
That was at the Heisman.
Well, that's the thing too, right? I mean, 36-12. He put out a Heisman winner. Like objectively, that's a pretty good, but I mean, no playoff. You're just toast. Um,
I think LSU fans were just sick of him, and I
and I
think
got I gotta be honest, Fred, and I know the vibes were bad because of Kelly and he got fired 2 weeks later. But the atmosphere was not as awesome as I was hoping for at LSU.
was it because the vibes were bad? It was a night game, right?
There's a night game, South Carolina,
Was it because South
LSU.
Carolina was bad?
LSU won that game. They won it by 10 maybe, but they should have won by. I mean, they could have won by 30, but they also could have lost. And yeah, like the stands emptied in like the third quarter, even though it's like their season on the line type of game. It just it was a little underwhelming. But that's kind of the story of LSU season. I think I picked them to win everything in our preseason
Yeah, I
pod.
think he did.
I mean, I've been terrible. My predictions have been terrible. I mean,
I mean, I'm really big on this Georgia Tech thing. Watch me be very wrong about that.
I mean, I like Tech, man. They're a fun team. I like Haynes King. Ironically, I didn't like him at A&M. Goes without saying, but I don't even hate this A&M team. Like,
The St. Nep team is likable.
yeah, and I like Elko a lot. Elko's a dog, man. He's so good.
And like A&M played a worse half of football against South Carolina and then came back, and I missed it all because I was at the BC game. I miss so much just because I was at a Boston College game. I miss Oklahoma, Alabama. I miss USC, Iowa. All
That
the
was a
one,
great. My
all
Hawkeyes, man, that was a
your
devastating game.
Hawkeyes. Her Hawkeyes look a little rough right now. I mean, they're still a good team that no one wants to play, but
They're 2 plays away from beating USC and Oregon.
they were close to being Oregon. It was a scare. I had faith in the Ducks, but like
They
I did
were
not.
they
I
were
was not stoked about going to Iowa City to play them.
they were right there. It's been, I mean, it's been. I've had some good ones. I think I was hating on Penn State, and then that went right, so I
And
got that going for me.
James Franklin got fired. Now he's at Virginia Tech. Well,
Yeah, now it,
let's talk a little bit about Coach Carousel a little bit. The big mystery is where's Lane Kiffin going to end up? Is he staying? Is he going? I think he's staying.
yeah, I kind of think he stays too. I think him going to LSU would be hilarious.
If he goes anywhere, it's Florida. That would make the most sense.
You think? I mean, but dude, you got to remember, right? So if recruiting and Lane with Ole Miss has done it differently, but if recruiting still matters, LSU, you just get the best. You get prospects like a half tier below, Florida, Georgia, that kind of recruiting pool, and you have no competition. Because like
Yeah,
that's the whole thing, right? Is that's why the Florida job is so coveted because it's so they're the top tier recruits in Florida will opt into Florida, but Ellis or Louisiana has crazy athletes as well. I would love for Florida to get him though. Florida to be good. I want to go down to the swamp.
yeah. The Swamp's a cool city. I've never been, but I've been told good things about it. I think Lane Kiffin could turn that program around, but I think he's singing Ole Miss because I think he genuinely likes it there. And I
Yeah,
think
he gets
I
to be kind of weird. He gets to be kind of fun. They can lose like one head scratching game. His job's gonna be safe. You know what I mean?
like the expectations from Ole Miss fans are not that high. They know what they are. Like
Mhm.
they're just starting to like kind of expect to be a playoff team because they've never really been good.
Who do you so who do you think goes where? Right? Because I smart of Virginia Tech to just snatch up James Franklin. Be
I
like, I'm
thought
not even
I
gonna
thought
wait.
James Franklin might consider Auburn. I really did. I
I
said
just don't think he couldn't handle the SEC, man. He couldn't handle the Big Ten.
I think he did a good job. I think Penn State fans just got sick of going of losing to big games.
But that's the whole point, right? If like you have one or two boogeymen in that conference and you can't take down they beat Ohio once. I don't even know if he beat Michigan. You go down to Auburn, your little brother in your state, right? And then you have to worry about, Georgia, Texas, Oklahoma, Ole Miss,
Yeah, I don't think he
LSU.
would. I don't think he would have been a good fit, but I really thought he might do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I and glad Hugh Freeze is gone.
Yeah, Hugh Freeze is
Uh,
not getting hired this coaching carousel.
I don't think they'll hire him. If I were LSU, I'd hire Summerall, the Tulane coach. I love the Tulane coach.
Yeah, and yeah, let's talk about Tulane a little bit because they're in the playoff as of now if they win their conference. But JMU is sitting there 9-1, 10-1.
I would love for Tulane to get in. I think Tulane,
I think Tulane's a better team than JMU, but I have not watched JMU, so I'm saying that without the knowledge of ever watching JMU.
right. I haven't. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't watched a ton of them. I have watched a little Tulane. I mean, it's not even like I like Tulane. It's like a vibes thing. New Orleans is a cool city. I love
Yeah.
their unis are sick.
We're
I
a
think
Red
South
Slav. We're a Red Slav podcast. We do
BY,
like
well, the formerly BYU.
we had the BYU shirt.
You do.
Yeah, it was a gift.
That's awesome. Um, they hung around. Who they play? Ole Miss. They hung around and what are they? One loss.
Their one loss and it's the Ole Miss.
Yeah, and then they've been slapping everybody else around. I think it'd be great. I still have a buddy who went to Tulane, so I'd be psyched for
But
him.
do they win a playoff game, or at least be competitive in a playoff game?
I don't think it matters. I don't know if any G5 is right, so there'll be lambs to slaughter.
Yeah, it's you have to include a G5 team just to be for it to be included, but like there's not a G5 team right now that's like a legitimate like that team can win.
No,
And
but there wasn't. I mean, even like think about it, like Boise having Genty, right, was supposed to be in theory, unless a quarterback goes with balls and gets a Heisman look, but as good as it gets for a G5, right? And that was a good Boise team, and they just got their
they
lunch
got
shirts
demolished
off.
by Penn State.
But even the ACC last year sucked too, right? SMU got clapped by Penn as well.
Yeah,
So
the ACC having two teams last year was bananas. The fact that they had two teams in last year,
lobbying, it's all politics.
and they might get two teams in this year somehow.
I
They
I don't
won't.
think so.
They
I
won't.
Wait, what was our bet preseason? Oh, if BC beats Notre Dame, I come and
Oh,
make you dinner.
If BC beat Clemson and Notre Dame, they lost to both by a landslide. They gave Notre
If
Dame a
all right,
scare.
we'll double that. We'll double down. All right. If ACC gets what was it? Three teams you
No,
said?
two teams. I think
Oh,
they're not they're I could totally see Georgia Tech and Miami in it because I think Miami's going to
two
make it.
two lost Miami. I don't think so, man. Because if Miami gets in, that means they win the ACC, right? So then everyone will have two losses. All right. If the ACC gets two teams in, I will make you dinner.
All right, I like it. I like it. Um, but I do think AC obviously ACC team is going to get one team in, and I think it's going to be Georgia Tech or Miami because I do think this is the year Georgia Tech beats Georgia.
That'd be so hype. Oh my God, that'd be awesome. That would be
This could be the year. That
awesome.
offense can do things. The
I agree.
defense, little suspect. BC ran all over them, and BC's bad, but they win games at the
They
end of the
do.
day.
And I mean, Haynes is like 24 years old, man. He's an adult.
He's
He's
a
a big
super
kid.
senior.
hmm He's like Pavia. It's a damn shame. They gotta be donezo, right?
Yeah, Pavia's done.
That's
This is his final season, and I think he's never going to be a good NFL player. But like, what a college career!
serious. I mean, revitalized. Siri just turned on.
Like,
Revitalized Nashville, man. You think
like
that guy will go anywhere? Or you think he'll stay?
who Clark Lee? I think he likes Vanderbilt. I think he's got a good thing going there. I don't. I see him getting offers. I think like if Auburn calls, he'll pick up the phone. I don't think he'll like consider it, but I think he'll pick it up and talk to them.
Yeah. So if Lane stays, who do you think LSU hires?
I just I don't know. I want him to hire Ed Orgeron, but that's not going to happen.
No way. No way, man.
I mean, I could see him hiring a Tulane coach. I
What
don't know.
about
I don't know any like viable candidates right now. It's just going to be someone we've never heard of.
a fallen Joe Brady would be fun.
Where's Joe Brady at?
I don't even know anymore. He was a OC somewhere. Is he last I heard Carolina or Buffalo maybe?
Joe Brady. He is the offensive coordinator for the Bills.
Yeah, yeah, Buffalo.
I
But
mean,
he was the OC for that the Burrow team, Ogeron.
Brian Dable is available.
Scott Frost?
Scott Frost has a job. Is looking for a job, but Brian Dable is available, and Brian
I mean,
Dable does.
I recently suggested to a friend of mine, a Penn State alum, Joe Paterno's ghost
Joe
at Penn
Paterno's
State.
goes at Penn State. That could work.
Sometimes to go forward, you have to go back.
Yeah, who Penn State hires is going to be interesting because they have to. Whoever they hire has to be better than James Franklin, and
It'll be
that's a hard thing to do.
it'll be a boring hire. I mean, I can't see it. I just don't like who do you splash on?
I don't think there's anyone to splash on this right now.
Belichick?
I think Belichick's got one more year at UNC and he's gone.
Yeah.
They can't fire him right now. They have to give him another shot.
Oh, we didn't even think, dude. I mean, if Bama loses another game, do you fire DeBoer?
I mean, Bama fans will want him gone. They wanted him gone after the Florida State game. I had a
So like
Bama
that's
I had a Bama friend text me like out of the blue, like 3 days after the Florida State game. She's like, I'm done with Kalen DeBoer. Like, he needs to go. I wanted to like him. He's gone. And I'm like,
The
now
boys
I'm
are.
texting her. I'm like, you still like DeBoer? She's like, he's starting to grow on me. But
I don't know, but I mean, a three loss Bama team's got to be kind of cooked, right? I mean, it's just like the board could be someone. Yeah, it's kind of a big mystery.
I think DeBoer, I could see him. I don't know. I see him not losing to Auburn. I don't think. I know they're playing at Auburn and crazy things happen when they play at Auburn, but I just don't see him losing to Auburn. It's going to be a good game
Yeah,
because for some
that's always a
reason,
that's always a weird one.
when they go to Auburn, all the crazy things happen. The kick six, the Isaiah Bond touchdown.
And I mean, it all leads back too, right? And because even some of the mid head coaches got locked up because they were just terrified of leaving. Like Nebraska dropped a bag on Matt Rule.
I mean, Kurt Signetti got a huge payday.
Well, that's like a worthwhile payday though.
Yeah. I mean, I heard somewhere on one of the other podcasts I listened to that like the reason why Penn State fired James Franklin is because they thought they could get Kurt Signetti. That
Yeah, I
was their
believe it.
and that door closed very quick.
Yeah, I mean I believe it. I heard somewhere too that he kind of likes, aside from Indiana taking a chance on him, he likes winning at Indiana, kind of being a big FU to all the teams that could have hired him, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he was a winner. I think Indiana saw what no one else saw. Indiana had nothing to lose too. It's not like their football program was good before he came along.
No. But that's how it goes, right? I mean, a little bit of money ball, you take a chance, it works out.
Yeah. No, we're a Kurt Signetti podcast. We have the Signetti shirt. We bought it in Bloomington.
So you went to an Indiana game this year?
I did not go to an Indiana game, but I went to Bloomington last year. I didn't
Oh,
go to
okay.
a game. I just was in Bloomington.
So we're a pro field storm pod. We're a Signetti pod. We're a ACC pod.
We're an ACC pod,
What else? What else? What else are we as a pod?
a BC, a Boston College pod, or
Embarrassing.
Oregon, obviously,
Oregon pod.
and the
We're not
Pack.
pod.
A what pod?
Iowa.
We're kind of an Iowa pod. We have a soft spot for. I did apply to be the University of Iowa offensive coordinator.
Infamously. Are you did you get the new college football game?
Oh yeah,
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Won a championship with the Ducks. Only took like 6 seasons, but I won it. I've only won it once. Haven't signed a top five recruiting class yet, but we're getting there.
How many years in are
I'm like 10 years in.
you? You still live streaming?
I haven't done it in a while, but we should do that because we ended with me as the offensive coordinator for Iowa, and I was running the air raid.
I like that. I remember I Sam and I caught a couple of your Arizona streams
Yeah, when I was just saying fuck constantly at the screen
when you were
after I threw the third interception of the game,
just trying to win Ted a Heisman.
which I did do.
Um, so
Yeah,
who do you have in your final four?
my final four. I mean, I think I have Ohio State going to Final Four.
Hmm.
I'll put Indiana there. I think Indiana's going to win some games. I think Georgia, and then my wild card. I'm gonna go Oregon. I'm a little biased. It's not really a wild card, but I'm going Oregon. I think three Big Ten teams in a Final Four.
Banana land. What do you think's the most fun final four?
Most fun Final Four is like Ole Miss, Texas Tech,
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
You didn't even mention Materia, right?
We
I
have not
mean,
mentioned Mateer. We haven't really talked to Heisman either.
he's a freaking dog. I think the most fun, yeah, is Tech, Oklahoma,
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, Miami.
Miami's fun, kind of, but Miami's gonna have an epic collapse at some point this season. I know they only have like one or two games left, but
I
they're
don't think
going.
they. I gotta be honest with you. I don't trust Miami. Miami's got to prove to me they can even get in. I watch Miami get their heart ripped out every year.
They might lose to Pitt.
You've done it before, man. 2017. It was awesome. Miami was undefeated. And my buddy went to Miami his sophomore year. He was all excited. It's the best thing that ever happened to him. And Pitt curb stomped his heart.
Yeah, like
It was
Pitt.
despondent.
Yeah, Pittsburgh could do it again.
Pitt getting in the ACC would be fun. What's the name of their coach? The guy who's like Notre
Nard
Dame means
Pad Narduzzi.
Notre Dame. This game means nothing to us, and then going out and proving it. Like
Yeah, that game clearly meant nothing to them. They lost by a million.
that was awesome. Notre Dame's kind of fun.
Notre Dame is fun, and they're gonna make I mean, they're making the playoff. They're not losing to Syracuse or Stanford, so they're making the playoff.
Yeah, no, I agree.
All right, but let's talk a little Heisman action because we don't have a clear front runner this year.
No, we don't. But at the same time, it's like kind of boring.
That we don't have a front runner.
No, I just like I mean we said earlier, right? Like Sand is kind of a robot, and Mendoza is kind of fun, but I don't know. I mean,
Marcel Reed's been pretty fun. Jeremiah
I
Love's been pretty fun.
Jeremiah Love's not winning it. I do
He's
like
not
Marcel.
winning it, but he might be there.
I think he should be there. He should definitely be there. He's a dog. Marcel Reed is fun.
Yeah, but we haven't had that like electrifying Heisman candidate this year.
Yeah, I think we'll. I mean, hmm. I think we'll. But who do you think wins it right now? Mendoza, right? I think I asked you that.
I think I would say Mendoza probably wins it right now.
Hmm.
But I'm again like let's see what happens with Marcel Reed. I mean, Marcel Reed goes off against Texas.
That game's
It
gonna be bananas.
it might be like who's just playing best right now, not who's had the best season.
Hmm.
And like I think there's just bigger games for San and Marcel Reed right now. Because Indiana's playing Purdue. Like, yeah, they're gonna beat Purdue.
You never know. Anything can happen at West Lafayette.
Anything can happen in West Lafayette. Yes, we. I've been to a basketball game at Purdue. I've never been to a football game there.
Are we a pro West Lafayette podcast?
We're a pro Bloomington podcast. I like Bloomington more than West Lafayette.
Do you have any road trips coming up?
We just did the Virginia Tech road trips. That was the big one.
Hmm.
So yeah, we did. We went down to Blacksburg, went to
Who'd you
Roanoke.
go?
I just went by myself.
That's hype. That rocks.
So yeah, just drove like 8 hours, 10 hours down to Roanoke, Virginia.
Dude,
It
that's awesome.
it also helped because I didn't know about the YouTube TV ABC blackout until like 4 days later.
You
Because I
just
was just
missed all of it. You just
no, I still experienced it, but I missed the start of it.
yeah, yeah. I
I
don't
didn't.
I don't I don't have YouTube TV.
So yeah, you didn't experience the hell that I experienced.
No. No, I've been able to dodge it.
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
Is it still going on?
And no, it's over.
Oh, okay.
But it was a nightmare because they were far apart to start.
Hmm.
And it was bad for the consumer. It was hard to get good games. But fortunately, I didn't miss anything huge. So
So you think Mendoza Heisman, Ohio State Natty?
I think Ohio State's winning national championship again.
You think Tulane's are G5,
Yeah,
and you think two ACC.
two ACC,
So you have two ACC, three Big Ten,
three Big Ten. How many SEC? We got
one G5,
one
Notre
G5.
Dame.
We got
So
one.
that means four SEC teams. So out of A&M, Georgia, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Alabama, one goes.
I think.
Unless or
I
or
think
one one Big 12 or two Big 12.
probably just one Big 12. Probably just
Okay.
Tech.
Okay, so then five SEC can get in. You have only Tech getting in, then no BYU.
No BYU. I think BYU loses Texas Tech again, and I think they get knocked out of a playoff.
That Tech team is dangerous, man. I love that Tech team.
It's a good defense. The offense is getting better, but the defense is really good. All right, we
I
got
think
about a minute left.
I think I flip. ACC one team. I think both Big 12 team gets in. I also, you know what? I'm gonna give Oregon the national championship, Fred.
I like it. I
Because
like
I
it.
believe in the Ducks. Mendoza, Heisman, and give me your Packers takes for 30 seconds
All
before we
right. Well, I
go.
was going to ask you your Super Bowl picks because we do that at the end of every show. And I forgot to ask you when you were on it earlier in the season because we
Um,
do a poll. Every guest gives a Super Bowl pick.
Patriot Rams.
All right. Patriots over Rams or Rams over Patriots?
My heart says Patriots over Rams. No, I'm not gonna switch on that. Fucking Patriots over Rams.
Patriots over Rams. I like it. You're the first person to guess Patriots.
Good,
All
good.
right. This has been awesome. Always great to have you on the show, talk ball. You're welcome
All right,
back
my
whenever you
man.
want. All
I
right.
will
Good
see
seeing you.
you
I'll see you
next
Thursday.
Thursday.
All right.
Later.
Got some exciting games of college football to preview. It all starts on Saturday at high noon with Oklahoma taking on Missouri. Bo Prevula might be playing for the Tigers, and if he does, this is going to be a very interesting game. Missouri's probably not going to make the playoff, but they could crush the dreams of Oklahoma. And this could shake up the SEC and the playoff if they get an upset win. And in the afternoon, we got the biggest game of the weekend. USC heading to Eugene to take on the Ducks, an old Pac-12 matchup. Now, I think USC is a good team. But can they play a physical game against the Ducks? They showed they were up to the challenge against Iowa, but I think Oregon is a more physical team than Iowa. I think this will be a high scoring affair with two great offenses, but I do think the home field advantage at Austin is unmatched, and I think USC is going to struggle. Moving to Saturday night, we got Georgia Tech taking on Pitt. Now, Pitt had a bad loss, but they're still a good team. But as I said earlier in the show, I think Georgia Tech's a really good team. And if Georgia Tech wins this game, they will be in the ACC championship game. Once Once again, never mind. Let's back that up. Moving to Saturday night, we got Georgia Tech taking on Pitt. Now, Pitt has a bad loss, but they're still a good team. But I think Georgia Tech wins this game. They will be in the ACC championship. And once again, I still think Georgia Tech is the best team in the ACC. And finally, we got Tennessee, Florida, two teams that are not going to playoff. I'm just curious to see if Tennessee can finally win in Gainesville. Moving to the NFL, we got some fun games coming up. It all starts Thursday night. We have the Bills and Texans. Now, CJ Stroud is not going to play, but the team is 2-0 with Davis Mills at the helm. I don't think they're good enough to beat the Bills, but they are frisky. In the early afternoon, we got Chiefs and Colts. Who would have thought the Colts would have the better record than the Chiefs? Well, let's talk about the Chiefs because the odds are they're not going to win the AFC West. But the way they're playing, are they even good enough to make the playoffs? If they prove they can still be a good team, maybe I'll see them as a playoff team. But the Chiefs have uncharacteristically struggled this year. We also got Packers and Vikings. The Packers need to win this one. They need to show they can beat the Vikings. The Packers always struggle against the Vikings. I think if the offense shows up, we can do it because the defense is playing well. And in the afternoon, not a ton of good games. Eagles Cowboys is always fun. Maybe the Eagles will find their offense. The Browns and Raiders could very much determine who gets the number one pick this year. It's just not a great day or really afternoon of football. But on Sunday night, we got a fun one. Buccaneers Rams. The Rams are playing their best football, but the Buccaneers are a very good team. I'm expecting a high scoring affair. This is going to come down to who has the ball last. And on Monday night, we got 49ers and Panthers. The Panthers are frisky. I think the 49ers are a better team, but the Panthers are finding ways to win games. So I expect this to be a closer game than expected. That's our show for this week. We'll be off next week for Thanksgiving, but we'll be back the following week. Big Fred, over and out.